Hi, YouTube fans. Welcome and thank you for coming back for Chapter 1, Part 2 of the reading from the Blue Book, basic text from Narcotics Anonymous. My name is Janet. I'm an addict. Now to continue. Drugs have given us the feeling that we could handle whatever situation might develop. We became aware, however, that drug usage was largely responsible for some of our worst predicaments. Some of us may spend the rest of our lives in jail for drug-related crime. We had to reach our bottom before we were willing to stop. We were finally motivated to seek help in the latter stages of our addiction. Then it was easier for us to see our destruction, disaster, and delusion of our using. It was harder to deny our addiction when problems were staring us in the face. Some of us first saw the effects of addiction on the people closest to us. We were very dependent on them to carry us through life. We felt angry, disappointed, and hurt when they found other interests, friends, and loved ones. We regretted the past, dreaded the future, and weren't too thrilled about the present. After years of searching, we were more unhappy and less satisfied than when it all began. Our addiction enslaved us. We were prisoners to our own mind and were condemned by our own guilt. We gave up the hope that we would ever stop using drugs. Our attempts to stay clean always failed, causing us pain and misery. As addicts, we have an incurable disease called addiction. The disease is chronic, progressive, and fatal. However, it is a treatable disease. We feel that each individual has the answer to the question, am I an addict? How we got the disease is of no immediate importance to us. We are concerned with recovery. We began to treat our addiction by not using. Many of us sought answers but failed to find any workable solutions until we found each other. Once we identify ourselves as addicts, help becomes possible. We can see little of ourselves in every addict and see a little of them in us. The insight lets us help one another. Our future seemed hopeless until we found the clean addicts who were willing to share with us. Denial of our addiction kept us sick. Our honest admission of addiction enabled us to stop using. The people of Narcotics Anonymous told us that they were recovering addicts who had learned to live without drugs. If they could do it, so could we. The only alternatives to recovery are jails, institution, dereliction, and death. Unfortunately, our disease makes us deny our addiction. If you are an addict, you can find a new way of life through the NA program. We have become very grateful in the course of our recovery. Through abstinence and through working the 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous, our lives have become useful. We realize that we are never cured and that we carry the disease within us for the rest of our lives. We have a disease, but we do recover. Each day we are given another chance. We are convinced that there is only one way for us to live, and that is the NA way. Thank you so much for joining me in the reading of Chapter 1. Look for my other videos on my channel, Cool Loving Character. I'm so happy that you chose to watch this video, and I hope that it takes you to a meeting. If you need help in finding a meeting in your area, call 1-888-NA-WORKS, WORKS, and they will be happy to tell you where there's a meeting near you and what time it starts. And please, the newcomer is the most important person at any meeting, because we can only keep what we have by giving it away. I thank you, and if you would please join me in a moment of silence for the addict who still suffers, for the addict who will not make it to our doors before they die, and for all the babies born into drug addiction with no choice, followed by the third step prayer. For many have said before us, God, take my will and my life. Teach me to live clean. Keep coming back. It works when you work it, and you die if you don't, so work it because you're worth it. Love you.